Hi everyone, we're going to continue learning about GeoGebra and how it's effective. So, GeoGebra is effective because it can guide students to understand the standards they are learning in the classrooms. For example, they might be learning about geometry and something they have to really focus on is angles. So, if you go to resources, you can go down here and here are all the subjects of math that GeoGebra goes over. And we know that angles is in geometry. If you click geometry, these are all the topics within geometry. And here's angles. You can go to angles. And let's say the standard right now is being able to understand how adding the angles in a triangle. So you would click here and there is a lesson. However, students can just go to practice and they could be able to type down their answer here and explain. And they can also, there are also questions where they can check their answer, which is very helpful for them, but the teacher would have to check your answers that were typed. These activities do help students retain information because there are many activities. There's different activities. There's activities again where you type and there's activities where it's check your answer. And there's a lot of interactive activities. So for example, let's say the teacher wants you to understand the triangle angle theorems and you just can't understand it. In the worksheet there's problems but you just can't understand. So here's this activity. It's very interactive and you can visually see how all the angles, interior angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. And you can even go and see uh, the exterior angles and how those work as well. There are so many activities and a lot of information that can be already familiar. Like maybe let's say a student already knows this. Let's say a student already knows about the interior angles, but they want to know about the exterior angles. They can learn here. Also, let's say a student already understands um, the theorem. They could just do extra practice here. Triangles with 3 common. They can go here and do the practice here. Well, this one doesn't really go with the other one. But we can also take a look at some other ones, maybe for elementary school. If you go to K through 2 geometry, let's stick with geometry. Let's say students already know what triangles are, what circles are, and what quadrilaterals are. Well, they can do activities to demonstrate their learning. Like here, they have to find all the triangles. And here they have to find all the quadrilaterals. Students can complete relevant learning objectives because they can focus on specific things they're struggling. Let's say students in first grade are struggling with properties of isosceles triangles. They can go here and they will be able to understand what an isosceles triangle is. And they could move it and interact with this, as you can see. There are, like I said, problems that do require students to type out the answers, but the teacher should be able to check it if they create a GeoGebra classroom where students can turn in their work. This is for all ages, like you saw before. You can go to the elementary school math, and here it obviously focuses on the math that kindergarten through 5th grade learn. Or you can go back to the resources and go to the middle and high school math, and here it also covers what middle schoolers and high schools cover in school. And this is why it's very effective. There's a lot of learning tools. It can really pinpoint what students are learning in the classroom and can really help them out. So this is why GeoGebra is effective. Thank you.